Attention citizens. This is an Omega-1 priority alert. Potentially disruptive nonconformists are loose in the courthouse. Please return to your homes until the situation has been resolved. Have a nice day.
What the heck was Edna doing to you back there?
She was trying to rebuild my personality from the ground up, erasing the parts she didn't like.
Harsh. Hey, it's my mom. Hey.
Bienvenidos a una nueva parte de
She could give us away.
The Back to the Future, The Game. Estamos en el episodio 4.
Wait for the guards to clear out so we can make a break for your time machine.
Episodio 4, Visiones
Should we go
Dobles.
help?
Once we go back and change history, none of this will ever happen.
I guess. No offense,
Pudimos
Your Honor,
rescatar
but
al
why'd
Doc.
you marry Edna anyway? She's kind of crazy.
Yes, now, but back when we were first dating, her madness was tempered by an ironclad sense of right and wrong. At least, that's how it seemed to me at the time.
Pudimos rescatar al Doc. Y ahora tenemos que arrancar.
All right, Dad. Where is the DeLorean
Bien.
anyway?
I had the wreck towed to my secret lab near Clayton Ravine.
Clayton Ravine, as in Clara Clayton?
Why is that significant?
Well, Clara's kind of supposed to be your wife, so yeah.
Fascinating.
Mom, Dad.
Oh, se los van a...
They'll be fine. Once we repair the time stream, none of this will ever have happened.
I guess you're right.
Ahora tenemos que reparar el DeLorean. Tenemos que reparar el DeLorean.
I'm afraid I'll have to do that without you, Martin.
What? Why?
Well, from what little I understand of time travel, if you help me rebuild the time machine, your presence in the repair efforts could cause some sort of temporal paradox after we return to 1931.
So what am I supposed to do? Just hang out here in Bizarro Hill Valley until you fix the time machine?
Exactly. But don't worry, if things work out according to plan, you won't even notice I'm gone.
You know, for a second there, you sounded almost as confusing as the real Doc.
See? We're making progress already. See you soon, Martin.
Good luck, Your Honor.
Oh, oh.
Oh, and you might want to stay off the streets for a few seconds.
Stay off the street. Citizen Brown? Emmett?
Ok. Nos quedamos aquí botados mientras el Doc arregla el DeLorean. Tenemos que estar aquí en la calle. No sé por cuánto tiempo. Pero un saludo a mis amigos de todoinmega.com y un saludo a mis suscriptores. Muchas gracias por el apoyo.
What are you talking about?
Emmett, without me to guide him, he's almost useless. Before I found him, he was a miserable failure who never finished anything. But with me to inspire him, look at what we've built.
Vieja loca.
Yeah, you've
Vieja
inspired him, all
loca.
right. Inspired him to turn Hill Valley into a bunch of uptight dorks.
I wouldn't expect a delinquent like you to understand.
You think you've inspired
No soy un
Doc?
delincuente.
I'll have you know that without you, Emmett Brown is destined to build a time-traveling DeLorean and a flying time train.
Preposterous. Emmett couldn't even build a dog feeder without me to guide him.
Yeah, well, he did that too. Not the only inspiration in Doc's life, you know. In my timeline, he married one of the sweetest women of the 19th century.
Sweetness. Blech. Emmett needs discipline to stay focused. He's so easily distracted.
Okay, Your Honor. Starting to get a little concerned here.
Doc.
It worked! Ha-ha! 1 second I'm in the present, the next I'm 6 months in the past. Amazing.
6 months? It took you 6 months to repair the time machine?
6 months, my family fortune, and a sketchy deal with a gang of Libyan nationals. But it was all worth it for this moment.
Emmett, don't do this. You need help.
Oh, blow it out of your exhaust, poor dear. Now that I've escaped into the past, your pack of divorce lawyers can't... Mark, how long have you been waiting for me?
A couple of minutes, maybe?
That's curious. I set the repair time circuits to arrive only a couple of seconds after I left. Oh, well, I'm sure there's no need for concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration of the time circuits. Here.
What's this?
Clothes for our trip. We can't have you traipsing around 1931 in that ridiculous outfit.
Wait, our trip?
You didn't think I was going to let you erase the worst mistake of my life without my help, did you?
Vieja loca.
Fine.
Vámonos nomás.
Leave.
Con el Doc.
I'll ruin you, Emmett! I run this town.
Nos fuimos al pasado. Sí.
Time circuit set for August 26, 1931. You ready to go, Your Honor?
Call me, Doc.
Nos fuimos. Excelente. Salimos de acá. Un saludo a mis suscriptores, como dije. Y si no eres suscriptor, te invito a que lo seas. Te lo agradeceré mucho. Todo el apoyo que me puedan dar. Y nos vinimos a 1931.
You were headed this way, arm in arm with Edna.
Luckily, my erstwhile wife was never the type to kiss on a first date. If we work fast and stay focused, we can see to it that our relationship never moves beyond the hand-holding stage. Well, will you look at that? The old town theater.
Estamos en 931 y tenemos que evitar que el joven...
The missus made me tear it down back in 71. Said the movies were corrupting the younger generation. It was all nonsense, of course. I spent countless evenings here in my youth, and it never turned me into a hoodlum. Say, remember Public Enemy? Why, you dirty rat, no good yellow-bellied stool? Never did manage to see Frankenstein, though.
Tenemos que hacer que el joven Emmett no se encuentre con Edna, no se enamore de Edna. Y así podemos arreglar el futuro con la vieja loca.
Remember? We've got to get young you to see Frankenstein.
Right, of course. The film that was supposed to set off a chain reaction in my imagination, inspire me with a notion that would launch my scientific career.
You've still got no memory of what that notion was?
Well, how could I? It happened in the brain of a different Emmett Brown. An Emmett Brown now erased by the shifting sands of time. Luckily for us, I do know something about my own brain, having lived in it for the past 70+ years. Once we get my younger self re-inspired by that movie, nothing will distract him from his proper... Great Scott, will you look at that?
The town square?
It's just like I remember it, only dirtier. Oh, the old courthouse.
Come on now, Doc, you need to... Go inside and check it out. First rule of time travel, Doc, never allow your other self to catch sight of you. It could cause reality to collapse or something.
You mean?
Right behind you. Don't peek. Go on. I'll let you know when you're gone.
Joven.
And don't forget, you're Carl Sagan.
The billions and billions guy?
The suspected arsonist.
Huh?
Just go with it.
Ya, ahora vamos a hablar con el joven Emmett, porque tenemos que evitar que el joven Emmett se enamore de Edna, así el futuro que acabamos de estar va a desaparecer. Y eso es muy difícil de hacer, porque está como enamorado de Edna.
You do show up at the oddest moments. Where have you been hiding?
Oh, you know, here and there. You're a little hard to pin down yourself. I went looking for you last night, but...
I believe I was off entertaining a beautiful lady. You know, I never really got a chance to thank you.
Well, I'm sure you would have escaped Kid on your own.
Kid? Oh, sure, I'm grateful for that, but no, I'm talking about Edna. It's funny to think of now, but until that crisis, I actually thought Edna and I disliked one another. Imagine.
Está enamorado de Edna. Quick,
Yeah,
¿qué vamos a
we
hacer?
make a lot of mistakes when we're not seeing straight. The thing is, you shouldn't let Edna distract you from, you know, the business at hand. Finishing your project for the expo and going to see Frankenstein.
Oh, pshaw. I'm far too busy for movies these days.
But,
And as for my project, it's practically done.
the rocket car?
The rocket car? Boy, are you out of date. I've junked a rocket car.
But...
More trouble than it's worth. I'll never figure out a propulsion system that does what I want it to do. And besides, its social utility is practically non-existent.
No va a haber Frankenstein.
Oh, no,
Chuta.
you were really onto something with the rocket car. You've just gotta...
The mental alignment meter is a much more worthy project.
The what?
It was Edna's idea, and she's really been cracking the whip to get me to complete it in time for the expo.
Damn it, I'm a little confused here.
Olvídate de Edna, por favor. ¿Qué está pasando aquí?
What day is it?
Why, it's opening day. The opening day of the expo. Which reminds me, I'd better skedaddle back to the lab. If Edna catches me dawdling, there'll be heck to pay. Catch you around, Corleone.
October 12th. Doc?
Parece que se equivocaron de día. No era el 11. Y llegaron el 12. Doc, nos equivocamos de día. Doc.
Come to think of it, it is a bit brisk for August.
Oh, we're 2 months late. The expo's about to start and teenage you is already in over his head with Edna.
I always did have a tendency to plunge into things.
Let's plunge into the DeLorean and get to the right date.
No, it's far too risky. Remember how I was late picking you up in '86?
Yeah?
That should have been a tip-off. Something is horribly wrong with the time circuits, and the problem appears to be getting worse. If we try to jump now, we could find ourselves stranded in the Cenozoic age. Or worse, the Mesozoic.
Then we're stuck?
For the time being, I'll look into the problem and see what I can do. In the meantime, you can go to work on the other problem.
Right. I'll go to the lab and see if I can talk teenage you out of...
Impossible. If young me is already as infatuated as you say, you're not going to be able to talk him out of anything. Believe me, I remember. Better to focus on the more clear-headed half of the couple.
Edna? Where can I find her?
Where do you think? I'll drive.
La
The
expo.
DeLorean should still function adequately as a means of conveyance in the first 3 dimensions.
Llegaron 2 meses tarde. Se suponía que era agosto. Llegaron en octubre. Ok. Eso complica las cosas porque teníamos que evitar que Emmett se enamorara de Edna. Y ahora estamos en la expo.
You were right. There she is.
My soon-to-be ex-future wife is nothing if not predictable.
Do I really have to talk to her? I mean, couldn't I just hang out until you fix the time circuits and...
Ah!
I'll talk to her. You better
Está
get
mal
the
el
DeLorean out of
DeLorean.
sight before someone...
Hey, you! Quit blocking the drive! All car of the future contestants need to report to the North Tent.
Why not? Good luck.
Ya. Vamos a hacer averiguaciones, hablar con Edna. A ver si podemos hacer que deje a Emmett.
Spell it B-R-O-W-N. It's not exactly an obscure name.
I still don't see it on the list. I'm sorry.
Oh, for the love... Let me try this one more time. This is the Hill Valley Science Expo, right?
First annual.
Indeed. The purpose of our fair is to showcase cutting-edge technology.
That's right. And to burnish Hill Valley's reputation as a forward-thinking community.
And yet, you want to exclude the maker of the most revolutionary breakthrough of all.
It's not that I want to, but... Oh, dear.
Mr. Corleone,
Vieja
you
loca.
do pop up at the oddest times. What are you doing here?
I need to...
Whatever it is,
Vengo a la
I
expo.
hope you don't have to deal with Mr. Stonewall here. His sole function seems to be preventing people from accomplishing their business. Honestly, with him keeping the books, it's a wonder the Tannen gang got as far as they did. Have you seen Emmett?
Emmett, sí. No.
Yeah, just now,
See?
in the town square.
Oh, then you've heard all about his big breakthrough, the mental alignment meter. Isn't it exciting? And to think, he didn't even realize the import of his discovery until I pointed it out to him. I've never known anyone like him, so oblivious to his own potential.
I kind of wanted to talk to you about Emmett and his potential.
Funny, I didn't spot it myself at first. In fact, for the longest time, I thought I didn't even like him.
Yeah. I
¿Qué
don't
vamos a
get
hacer
it. I
ahora?
mean, Emmett's nice and all, but he's not exactly the kind of guy that has girls swarming all over him.
Well, I'm not your average girl.
Yeah, but...
I appreciate your concerns, Mr. Corleone, but I can take care of myself. I know what I'm looking for in a man, and it so happens Emmett fits the bill to a T. That's Emmett Brown. Rhymes with clown, which I'm beginning to think you are.
Just a simple mix-up, I'm sure.
I've no doubt of that.
No está en la lista Brown, Emmett Brown. Ni Edna tampoco está en la lista de la expo.
You said that Emmett fits your bill of requirements for a man.
Yes?
What would that list be exactly?
You'd make a good reporter, Mr. Corleone, you know that? Well, his physical appearance for one thing. Emmett may not be Clark Gable, but he cleans up surprisingly well. I gave him my grandfather's white suit to wear at the expo. Oh, you should see him in it. He looks positively radiant.
Looks good in a suit. Got it.
And he's completely
Se ve bien con
devoted
traje.
to me. That's important. I've got no time or tolerance for playboys.
Faithful as a Labrador. Check.
Thirdly,
Fiel.
and most important,
Yes?
well, his mind, of course. It's brilliant, and it's virtuous through and through. His own mind map shows him to be a model citizen.
Good brain. I see. And if it turned out
Buen
that you were
cerebro.
mistaken about any of these qualities,
Say, what's your game?
just curious, just trying to understand the female mind.
Well, understand this. I'm not some faint-hearted girl who'd run away at the first hint of trouble. I've made a big investment in Emmett. Not money, but I've sunk all my ambitions into him. I'd have to be thoroughly disillusioned before I'd call it quits with Emmett. Got it?
Uh-huh.
Now, Mr. Cub Reporter, is there anything else?
Dijo que tenía que estar muy desilusionada para cortar relaciones con Emmett.
You say
Entonces
you know
tenemos
Emmett is
que...
a model citizen, but you don't know him as well as I do. Did you know he once cheated some Libyans out of plutonium?
Plutonium? What would Libyans want with plutonium? I'm sure he had a very good reason. Emmett's mind map demonstrates conclusively his brain is oriented toward virtue.
Tenemos que hacer que se
This
desilusione
one
de
time,
Emmett.
to power one of his science experiments, Emmett hijacked a train.
Please, there hasn't been a train hijacking in Hill Valley since the days of Mad Dog Tannen.
Nada le resulta a Marty, weón.
Emmett's done a lot of shady things in his time. My vice principal warned me to stay away from him.
Your vice principal sounds like a dolt.
Tenemos que hacer que se
Rather hard for me to
desilusione.
picture Emmett as a chick magnet.
Chick magnet?
A guy who gets the girls, motors running.
Motors?
Who makes them, you know.
You mean a chic?
Yeah.
Well, it's a matter of taste, I suppose, but when he's properly pomaded and decked out in my grandfather's white suit, Emmett just glows. Makes my heart flutter a bit just to picture him.
Está enamorada Edna de Emmett.
That's all the questions I
Wow.
got.
Very well, then.
Oh,
Hey, Audie. You
Tracy
see my
Trotter.
ravioli?
You mean this?
Yeah, thanks.
Tracy.
She
Trotter.
gets to come and go freely, and I'm forced to wait. I love it.
Ya, ¿qué hacemos? ¿Qué hacemos? Podemos hablar con Tracy. Podemos hablar con el Doc. Podemos ver el DeLorean. Tenemos que hacer algo. Porque tenemos que decepcionar a Edna de Emmett. ¿Cómo lo hacemos?
Have you figured out what's wrong with the time?
Not sure. Possibly. It seems to me to be a simple wiring issue, but I'm double checking to make sure. All the basic equipment appears to be functional.
Any chance I could borrow the DeLorean? I want to drop in on young you at the lab.
Well, I don't know. The time circuits...
Listen, I promise I won't take it to 88.
Even so, I'm worried about letting it out of my sight while it's still behaving unpredictably. Tell you what, I'll take it on a test drive 1 minute into the past. If it passes the test, I'll let you borrow it.
Ok, va a probar 1 minuto en el pasado. Si funciona, se lo presta.
Hey, it worked. Didn't it?
I'm afraid not. In fact, the discrepancy appears to be getting worse. I arrived 6 hours ago.
Oh, too bad.
I didn't want to risk undoing any of the work you've done thus far, so I kept out of sight. But the time lag wasn't entirely a waste. I stopped by the hardware store and bought the parts for a chronometric analyzer.
A what?
A diagnostic device. See, I plug it into the time circuits and set them to cycle. When the green light goes off, I should have the data I'll need to understand the scope of the problem.
Hey, no driving the exhibits off the lot!
Looks like you'll have to find another set of wheels if you want to get to the lab.
Sigue malo el auto, el DeLorean. Tenemos muchos problemas aquí. ¿Qué vamos a hacer? Por un lado está el DeLorean, que está malo el circuito de las fechas. Por otro lado tenemos que decepcionar a Edna de Emmett para que no se enamoren y se casen y no se produzca el futuro desastroso que ya conocimos. Tenemos que hacer muchas cosas. Ahí está Tracy.
Hey, excuse me.
Yeah?
When does the expo
Not till
open?
tonight. Anybody without official business here, please get off the grounds! You got official business here?
Yeah.
Well, stay out of the way of the workers. You look familiar. Do I know you?
Nope.
Ya, no conseguimos nada con ese viejo loco. ¿Hablamos con Edna? ¿O con Arthur McFly? ¿O vamos a ver al DeLorean? ¿O vamos a ver al Doc? Algo tenemos que hacer.
I'm having trouble finding another set of wheels. You sure I
Not
can't?
till I finish running these tests. Perhaps an electric commuter train.
This is 1931, remember?
Oh, right. Well, I'm sure you'll find something.
Tenemos que ir al laboratorio de Emmett. Y no podemos ir en el DeLorean porque está malo. Entonces tenemos que conseguir algo que nos lleve.
Good. You're back. Give me the full report.
She says she likes you because you've got a virtuous mind, you look good in a suit, and you're completely faithful to her.
Damn, she's got me dead to rights. Well, you'll just have to find a way to change her mind. I'll be here if you need any help. Do you need any help?
¿Cómo está el DeLorean?
Dad never told me about a Hill Valley Expo.
It was Mayor Thomas's idea. He had visions of Hill Valley becoming a magnet for big investors in the technology sector. But the venture folded after the 3rd year when the influenza exhibit leaked into the concession stand.
Oh. I'm having trouble finding another set of wheels. You sure I
Not
can't?
till I finish running these tests. Perhaps an electric commuter train.
This is 1931, remember?
Oh, right. Well, I'm sure you'll find something.
Tenemos que hacer algo. Tenemos que ir al taller de Emmett. Y no podemos ir en
I'm
el
starting to get a
DeLorean.
plan.
Good. Tell me. No, no. After all, it's my history we're talking about. If I learn how you're planning on altering it, my resolve may weaken.
Ok, entonces no.
Ed doesn't
Entonces
seem to care much for Trixie Trotter.
She never could get past the fact that Trixie had been Kid Tannen's ma.
Edna no le gusta Tracy Trotter, ok. Nos vamos entonces a buscar algo que nos lleve al laboratorio de Emmett joven. Y está un poquito complicado porque no sé qué hacer.
Hey, Artie.
Allá atrás hay un camión.
Officer,
Right. Don't blow your cover.
will you please keep your mind on the task at hand?
Can't talk right now.
Ya no puede hablar. ¿Qué podemos hacer? ¿Hablar con Tracy? ¿Hablar con el viejo loco?
When does the expo
Not till
open?
tonight. Anybody without official business here, please get off the grounds.
Ya, ok. Vamos a hablar con Edna. Va, con Tracy Trotter. Va, sí, con Tracy. Con Tracy.
To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who... Oh, hiya, kid. Say, aren't you the fellow who...
Got you to turn on Kid Tannen? You bet.
You look younger without your mustache. That was a dirty trick, you know, making me think Kid had gone and iced Artie.
I'm sorry, but it was the only way I could.
Forget about it. I'm trying to. Yesterday's in the past. That's my motto. You gotta live for today.
Right.
So what are you doing down here anyway? Do you wish to pull the levers that control the future? At the expo, silly. Technology for a better tomorrow and all that.
Oh, yeah, that's actually why I'm here.
Ya, ¿qué vamos a hacer con Tracy Trotter?
Listen, I've got a proposal for you. I have this friend, right?
No dice. I'm only seeing Artie now.
It's not like that. See, my friend's in a relationship with Edna Strickland.
Oh, poor schmuck. I wouldn't wish her on anyone.
Then you see where I'm coming from. He won't listen to reason, but I thought she might call it off if she thought he and you were, you know.
Ah, you are an evil imp, ain't ya?
Sometimes a guy's got to resort to underhanded tricks. What do you say?
Sorry.
Ah,
Edna might be a pill, but if I play dirty tricks on every dame who disapproves of me, well, I'd play a lot of dirty tricks. Besides, such stunts are beneath the dignity of Techne, Muse of Progress.
Tenemos que hacer que se ponga celosa de Tracy.
look,
Eso
my
tenemos que
friend
hacer.
Emmett
Que Edna...
really needs help.
The one who's going out with Edna Strickland? You're darn right he needs help.
I'm not asking you to actually seduce him. Just make her think that you two have a thing going. It'll drive her crazy.
I guess it would.
So,
I wouldn't do that to another girl unless I was good and mad at her. And besides, it might tarnish my image as a muse.
Chuta, oh. Por favor, Tracy, ponla celosa.
see you, Trixie.
From
¿Qué?
this chamber of wonders, we bid you a fond adieu.
Tenemos que descubrir cómo hacer que Edna se ponga celosa de Tracy Trotter. Y lo vamos a hacer en el próximo video. Los dejo aquí. Muchas gracias por acompañarme. Que estén muy bien. Y nos vemos en el próximo. Que estén bien.
Having
Chau, chau.
trouble finding another set of wheels. You
Not
sure?
till I finish running these tests. Perhaps an electric commuter train.
This is 1931, remember?
Oh, right. Well, I'm sure you'll find something.